Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, come on. Moony Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. Pull
All
out a
right.
fucking card.
I will pull out the card.
Mm.
The card for Moon Monday this Monday is the Cancer Moon, and I'll do. You can show that one off.
Okay.
I don't. It's auto locked, so who knows if that'll work. But this is the disseminating moon waning in water. We just had the full moon yesterday, so this is a time that denotes an emotional gain from developments that have occurred in the past. The crop is now harvested. It is time to reap the benefits. Within a relationship, this might indicate the birth of a child or any other fruitful development from a partnership. So,
Yeah, and the other day.
Oh, let's intro. Hey, it's a come up.
This is our intro. I love it. Yeah, we have the solstice tomorrow, right?
yeah, this is a big time of year.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is.
This is it's so funny. It's like the rainbow shift every day, like
Yep.
a little further this way. You
Yeah.
know, they used to be like way over there, and now they're like. And I'm really excited about this week because we go from it getting darkening to it getting brighter.
Oh shit! I forgot. So today's the last day that it's gonna get darker earlier.
I think tomorrow's the shortest day of the year.
Tomorrow's
Mhm.
the shortest day of the year. Man, I love this. I love this time of the year where it's just like, cool, we climb the hill. Now it's all downhill from here, baby. I love that.
Yeah. But we also move into Capricorn sun on the solstice too. So we're down the mountain, but there's another one.
Oh, well, you know we love that.
Yeah, but we
There
have
is a mountain
we have our
and there
Capricorn
is
sea
no
goat
mountain.
legs on those, so we can climb that bitch really easy.
Oh, fucking
know?
awesome. Yeah.
We're doubling up on the Capricorn. We got Capricorn and Venus. We got Venus and Capricorn. We got the Sun and Capricorn coming up.
Mercury's in Capricorn.
Yeah, it's all that Cap energy.
Cap on cap on cap. Yeah, Pluto. Yeah, climbing the achievement. That's what was interesting that this is the commitment card, because when I think of the word commitment, Capricorn is the first thing that comes to my mind.
It's interesting. I was just talking with my mom about this last night, and she was saying, like, I was talking to my parents and like I'm describing all this like exciting shit we're doing.
Yeah.
And I just don't have any life in my voice, and I just don't sound like I'm just like so like yeah, and we're backstage at Ween. I guess we'll go down to Philly and keep shooting this thing with Kurt Vile. And like I'm just like all like, what the fuck? And my mom is like saying like, Sean, look, it's happening for you, man. You're so committed to this. You've followed the music your whole life. Like you've been devoted and invested in this thing, and it's really paying dividends. Like they don't even know Ween. They couldn't believe though that I was like hanging out backstage with Ween, like this band that like I fucking love and they've heard me talk about a lot. And, it was nice. And then, like, my dad was just being encouraging and saying, like, you got this, like, keep doing it. And, like, my dad was saying that. It was actually filling me with confidence. It's something that he hasn't been that good at in his life. And I was realizing how much of my career and art has to do with just feeling extremely confident in myself. I'll still go through the paces. But if I'm not extremely confident in myself, like, it's just not fun for anyone involved. So I need to tap back into that. That's the prayer for me for this like solstice, is like close the chapter on the self-defeating version of myself.
Yeah. Why do you think that has like come up recently for you and stuff as an artist?
I don't know. It's weird. Like you witnessed it firsthand. Like I think the word imposter syndrome is overused, but like I definitely caught a bit of that the other day. It's like we're going down to Philly and like Kurt Vile invited us to go see Ween.
Yeah,
Like-
I feel like I was more excited to meet Ween than you were. You know what I mean? And that was weird for me. And I was trying
Yeah.
to be like, they just process excitement differently. You know what I mean? It's
I
just
don't know
not
how
an
to do it.
outward thing. They're just like,
I think it has a lot to do with my upbringing. There was never like
Yeah.
achievement moments, joy, this and that. There was never anything like that. So I
Yeah.
really don't know how to kind of like bask in the joy of the achievement.
Yeah.
I won at fucking Tribeca Film
Yeah.
Festival. Like they called me up there, best new director, handed me a check for $25,000. I go down the red carpet, they're taking pictures, this and that, and I was just not there. I was so
Yeah.
like, I need to make another film. I was like literally accepting this award, thinking about the next film I wanted to make, like unable to be in that moment of like achievement. And it was the same thing. It's like, Kurt's inviting us down to go to Ween. We're allowed to bring cameras in there. Like, the band's down to fucking hang out with us afterwards. I was like, it just seemed too good to be true. It just seemed like, but when it was happening, I was like, take this in, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Take this fucking in, breathe it in. I'm backstage, like, hanging out under the fucking huge Boognish logo, just smoking a joint, like saying, fuck yeah, man, look at my life. This is so cool. But you saw me struggle straight up firsthand with the invitation comes in, and I'm like, no, I'm telling Cass, and she just listens to me. I'm like, we're not doing that. We're not fucking bringing cameras to the Ween show. We're not meeting them. We're not bothering anybody. And like, you guys were just so good about, Mara was really good about like being like, they're performers. They want to meet you. It's cool. Like, they're going to love this. And yeah, it was very exciting.
Well, more importantly, that like, it's one of the biggest things you've been talking to me about since you met. Like, you want to make a Ween documentary, and just obviously not being blind to the universe dropping exactly what you asked for on your doorstep. I wasn't going to let you not do it and ask them and whatever. I mean, this is like, it was so clearly your shot. It was so clearly like gift wrapped for you, you know, and to deny the magic of the universe, because it's not about you. Like, it feels like it's about you in that moment, and that's why you like devalue it and stuff, but it's like so much bigger than you.
Right.
And to say you're not participating is like so hurting everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Because the magic that you guys are going to make with Kurt and this, you know, video and the documentary and the Ween documentary, like, you don't even know how it's going to permeate out and spread love out into the multiverse, you know, in unfathomable ways. And you got to participate to do that. And you got to assert yourself. And this is something I've been thinking about a lot recently, which is like, assertion is giving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're coming into a more like honoring the feminine in the universe. And I think a lot of the masculine has kind of been demonized, but really like assertion is to give.
Yeah.
And receiving is to take. You're processing and you're editing something that you're receiving. And I think like the any part of your spiritual journey requires assertion, but most certainly in mine, and it sounds like in yours, it's like we've really been because honoring the slowness and honoring being chill and honoring more of these receptive qualities, and it's taken us a while to integrate those and have those be actual runners in our life. But now that they are, there's also this other thing, and there's a little bit like an on-ramp, like I talked about.
Absolutely.
Of getting back used to it, of having your feet on the ground and calling the shots and having that resonance have dissonance, because that's what it is to assert yourself. You know, the judgment comes, there is no, you know, there's no action without the judgment. So, I think it's like all natural, you know, all like insecurities and stuff that come up about it. And we all need our friends around us to be like, what the fuck?
I know.
You're down yourself? Shut the
It's also hard to come out of like a 2-year pandemic, and the pandemic's still going on. Like, we're all pretending it's not, but like, it's hard to come out of like 2 years of basically like a sad sack story that everyone's sharing in, but it feels very personal to me. Yeah. It's like, it's hard to get your feet back on the ground and assert yourself and be like, I'm a director, I need to get my shots, this and that. It's like, I don't feel that confident. I haven't been out in the world in a while. Like, I don't know if I'm good at relating with people anymore. And our whole shit relies on that.
Right.
And so just like that self-doubt creeps in a little bit. And it's good that we have a thing where we hold each other accountable, and no one's gonna get lost in that for too long. Yeah, because these opportunities are not coming to you randomly. Like, you're the only person for this job. I'm sorry to tell you. So you're going to have to step up and do it. It scares me. It really does. You know what I mean, Cass? Like, you know how like
it's pressure, you know?
It feels like we're so good at what we do. We're the best in the world at it. And then like an opportunity comes our way where we can prove that.
Yeah.
And unlike, for me, a sacred canvas like Ween, I'm like, shit, fucking, am I qualified for this? Am I even good at this? Like, would I even want to watch the fucking thing I'm going to make?
It's like test anxiety. It's the yips. It's performance anxiety.
Absolutely.
And we all have it in different fashions, you know? We all approach it differently and stuff.
Ultimately, I'm pretty good at it, though. I think I fucking showed the fuck up. I got the shots I needed. And more than that, we just had a great time. Yeah,
that's what I was hoping you would, like, reflect more on just the weekend and how, you know, how smooth you guys make everything, and that being more evidence for your, you know, confidence moving forward as artists and, you know, directors and producers. And
it was just, like, classic, like, Cass really came through with the, like,
producer of the year.
Fucking... It just had everything just perfectly. Like the hotel was just fucking perfect, and you know, communication with Ween, communication with Kurt, communication with the venue, making sure everybody is fucking high and hydrated. Like just simple, like just little shit like that like, you know, Cass just like kind of puts all the ingredients in there, and then like I get in there and start stirring it and serving it and everything. And I don't know. It's just, it's kind of surreal because
Yeah.
it's my dream to be working with musicians and musicians like this.
These ones specifically.
I know.
So it's like you're
I
not
know.
allowed to deny this opportunity.
I know. Like Shannon
And-
was over here last night and she was like, who else, like, if you could do this with anybody, who would it be? And I'm like, literally Kurt.
Literally, these people that
Like,
are.
if you could say, like, you could just go start working with any band, it would be Kurt
Yeah,
or Ween,
yeah,
you know? And
yeah.
it's like, the universe provides this in such a scary, on-the-nose way that I do get a little spooked, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that's all it is. It's just like, wow.
Yeah. There's some little voice that's trying to keep you low that's like, don't listen to the magic. Don't pay attention to the magic. Because if you're paying attention to the
I
magic, you
know.
can't deny it.
I know.
You know? It's
Yeah.
not just knocking at your door, it's like bulldozing it down.
Yeah. Focus on the magic.
It's magical. You're fucking magical. Just a year ago, you were talking to me about this thing you wanted to do, and then it literally arrives. Like, it was the Kurt thing was so crazy.
Oh,
We were
forget
listening
about
to Kurt an inappropriate amount,
I know. Embarrassing.
an embarrassing amount.
Yeah.
You know?
And
Like,
then we just get a call like, hey, you want to be friends with this guy and start making an ongoing project with him? You know, I'm like, yeah, we're definitely going to fucking do that. But
And-
I was a little nervous to step up to that one, too.
and even meeting him, like,
Yeah.
that should be another data point of like, oh, I'm the person for this job.
Yeah.
You know, like you guys resonate so well, and I
Oh
think
my
your
God.
influence is just going to be like,
Yeah.
you know.
It's weird. I haven't had like
powerful.
a new bestie feeling in a
Yeah.
while. It's not sexual. It's not like
Yeah.
you were definitely like, oh, the second we met you, it's like new best friend. But
Yeah.
it's also like, we're going to have to fuck. You know, and like with Kurt, we're not going to have to fuck. And I'm like, I feel this it's another thing. It's like, breathe this in. Like, you're
Yeah.
becoming best friends with this guy you've been listening to for 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
And like just sharing, and now we're sharing in experiences. It's not just like me filming him. It's like, we're high as fuck at this concert together. Like, let's fucking do this, bro. So,
Yeah, he's incredibly inspiring. Being around him is incredibly inspiring.
yeah.
Yeah. Casita, Bonita,
Yeah.
Machica, and the Sita. How you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah.
I appreciate the love, but I'm like, that was the easiest job I've ever done. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Things just happen. And
Yeah.
it just is super easy. And, you know, you think you're going to reach out to someone and they're going to be like, oh, no, like, that's inconvenient. And they were like, yeah, like, it was just yes, 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 all the way. And I was like,
We
okay.
could ask for more. Like, you know, like that level of, yeah, sure, of course. Yeah.
Well, and then didn't you, I know I wasn't back there, but didn't you realize while you were back there, at least what I was hearing from what was going on, that like not only was this not a burden, but this is actually like a huge light for them in their
Oh,
life.
yeah.
That this
Yeah.
like, you know, the opposite of what you feared, it was actually like needed.
Oh, my
you know,
God.
because performers do need validation.
Yeah.
You know, like
Well, and beyond that, like facilitating, just because we've been so honest with Kurt about our love for Ween,
yeah.
and like he's like wanting to impress us, and so he's, you know, we facilitated him and Dean Ween like
Yeah.
getting back together for the first time in
Yeah.
3 years,
Yeah.
and they started talking about this record that they were making, and I'm like,
Exactly.
we did this.
Exactly.
What the fuck? And just talking about like how much they need each other, and like
Yeah.
Dean being like, I need projects, I need, like, Kurt, like, I'm your biggest fan, man. We should be working together, and this and that, and just kind of seeing like the effusive, like magnetic, explosive, like, oh whoa, like this meeting needed to happen.
Bigger than you.
Yeah, way bigger than me. And yeah, I don't know if Dean realizes what he invited into his world by just like kind of letting us waltz in
Yeah.
there. But
Yeah.
the second he laid eyes on Cass,
Yeah.
what did he say?
He said, I know you. He's like, I know you. And I think it had to do with, he's done like 7,000 cameos, but I guess I sent him a cameo video that was memorable. And I think
Stood out.
I was high on Molly, so that made it more memorable. But yeah, he couldn't get over the fact that he like recognized me. And I was like, I think I would know if I knew you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More than this. So it was funny.
I think he pulled down a future memory. You know, it's like that kind of thing. It's like, oh, we're gonna become such tight homies. Like you're just pulling down a future memory. You just tapped into that, like what's already been.
It was funny to
mean-
meet someone you were really excited to meet, and they were like, "Oh my God, it's you!" And I'm like, "Okay."
Trippy.
You're like, I would know if we knew each other. Trust me.
Sorry, Mary, what were you gonna say?
I don't even know.
Such a freaky fun time, and such a freaky fun life, and it really, you know, weekends like that just start to prove to me like you know, all the Noah type of stuff we've been talking about. Imagination creates your reality. Your thoughts are fucking the seeds for the fruit that is one day gonna fucking bear itself. And we've devoted ourselves to music and these bands in particular and filmmaking, and it's like all coming together. And I feel the same thing with our band Ghost Pipe, like eerily like, oh shit, to the point where it's like the world is fucking yearning for this thing that doesn't exist yet, and there really is pressure on us. And I think I've accessed future memories about that, like, oh well, this is like a really big uncontrollable energy that the world needs, and I can feel it falling into place, which helps me just trust the path that much more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you want to believe in the good thoughts and don't believe in the bad thoughts. That's like, it feels like there's this balance of like, when you're thinking good thoughts, believe them, invest in them, give them more weight, give them more water those thoughts. And when you get a bad thought of like, oh, I'm not good enough, it's like, you don't have to believe that thought. And the more you like, I think it takes like an emotion, a minute and a half to run through you, unless you keep thinking the same thought that caused that emotion. So it's like, you can, if you pause on that thought that might be a little more negative, you can like let it wash through you in a minute and a half, rather than like, all right, I'm going to keep investing and believing in this thoughts and telling this crazy story of how, you know, I'm not the right person, I'm not good enough, this isn't going to work out, you know, it's this limiting belief stuff. And I think especially around the full moon and the solstice, I like that you started this off with saying like that you had a prayer kind of for this time of year. I think it's really important to these like significant moments, whether it's changing of a season or even the full moon or the first of the month or whatever it is like to take a second and tap into your intentions and desires and that sort of stuff. So I think today's a good day to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Praying for the peace, love, and magic and health of all the people that are listening to this last couple weeks of the year. We're doing this thing. It's been really fun. You know, I'm excited about this show. I'm excited to wear a flannel every day this week if I remember. But this is the first of 5 flannels this week. It's Pendleton. Very nice. Your mom got this for me for Christmas.
She was very excited to get you a shirt that will last you the next 60 years.
Yeah. And this is the shirt that was worn by the Beach Boys on their early like album covers. And the Beach Boys used to be called the Pendletons before they were called the Beach Boys. So
I had no idea about that one.
Yeah, pretty cool. So
the more you know.
I honor them, and I honor the Beach Boys today. And this is the come up. If you want more, we're doing long form podcasts on the Patreon, and you can access our the Church of Chill Discord community on there. Lots of music, lots of fun shit happening, and events are starting to pop up here and there, and that's the place to find out about them. So, that it? Anything else?
I love it. Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Miraculous Monday. Let's change the story.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.